Hey guys, Nick here, aka DVD Collector 96, and welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel. Okay guys, so welcome to a new cinema blog movie review video on the channel. The blogs where I take you guys with me to enjoy a movie at the big screen, and today it's time finally for Toy Story to be releasing a sequel after years, and it's time for Toy Story 5. Guys, I literally grew up watching Toy Story, and for some reason the third and fourth installment, it took me a while to get them through. I saw them recently, the whole franchise, and I love them. I have felt like the third one was a great ending, and then the fourth installment also was a great ending, but they had a great idea for this new installment with technology getting into kids' life and what's going to happen to toys. So I do feel like they have a good story to develop. The trailer has been amazing so far, and I'm very excited to watch this one. The movie banner, it's already been displayed in a lot of the movie theaters that I have already gone, and I decided to go to Cinemark to enjoy this film at XD presentation. And basically the dynamic of the vlog is going to be the same as usual. I will take you guys with me to Cinemark Paradise 24 at Davie, Florida. I will definitely be showing you guys the posters, how the movie theater is looking, and after I'm done watching the film, I will be back here to give you guys my honest movie review. So far, I have heard great things about the film, but anyways, I have my little sheet of information right here to go through to see what can we expect from this new installment. So Toy Story 5 is a 2026 American animated adventure comedy drama film produced by Pixar Animation Studios for Walt Disney Pictures, directed by Andrew Stanton and written by Stanton and Kenna Harris. It is the fifth main installment in Pixar's Toy Story film series and the sequel to Toy Story 4 from 2019. Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Joan Cusack, Tony Hale, John Ratzenberger, Wallace Shawn, Blake Clark, Annie Potts, Bonnie Hunt, Melissa Villaseñor, Kristen Schaal, Keanu Reeves, and Ally Maki reprise their roles from the previous films and are joined by new additions Greta Lee, Conan O'Brien, Craig Robinson, Shelby Rabara, Scarlett Spears, Mykal-Michelle Harris, Matty Matheson, Jeff Bergman, Anna Vocino, John Hopkins, Bad Bunny, Ernie Hudson, Alan Cumming, and I think it is safe to say that Taylor Swift. Alan expressed interest in doing a fifth main Toy Story film in February of 2019, and while Hans said in May that Toy Story 4 will be the final film in the series, the possibility of a fifth film had not been rolled out. The development of the fifth film was confirmed in February of 2023, with Hanks and Allen set to return. Stanton was announced as the director in June of 2024 and was confirmed to be writing it 2 months later. It will be the first main film in the series without any involvement from co-creator John Lasseter, who left Pixar in late of 2018. The franchise composer Randy Newman returned to score the film, marking his 10th collaboration with Pixar, joined by Taylor Swift, who contributed the single I Knew It, I Knew You to the soundtrack. Toy Story 5 is scheduled to have its world premiere in Los Angeles on June 9, 2026, followed by its theatrical release in the United States on June 19. The premise behind this film: after Woody left Bonnie to stay with Bo Peep and help abandoned toys find owners, Jessie becomes the leader of Bonnie's room, with Buzz Lightyear as her second in command. However, a now 8-year-old Bonnie has become enamored with her new favorite placing a frog-like tablet named Lillipad, which she has a very beautiful Funko Pop, but it's the villain of the story, and I literally cannot wait to enjoy the film. So I will see you guys at Cinemark Paradise 24 in a few seconds. Okay, guys, I have now seen Toy Story 5 and we have to talk. So, first of all, guys, I had to be very careful to avoid spoilers because this is one of the rarest films that I didn't saw either on Thursday or Friday. I decided to go on a Saturday because this week at my work it was kind of a little bit insane and I didn't want to have the pressure on myself like, oh my god, you have to go if something comes up because you have a movie ticket. So I decided to get a movie ticket on a Saturday. The amount of people talking, at least on my social media, about Toy Story and how important Toy Story is for them, but using spoilers, you have to be very careful. And I do understand, like, I'm a person that loves seeing films very early on. Some people even go ahead and wait until Tuesday, so the ticket is a little bit cheaper. So it's very hard for those people not to get any kind of spoilers if they are on social media. That's the world that we live in. Now, talking about that, this review will have spoilers about the film. So if you have not seen it just yet, skip this video for now. And once you see it, and if you want to know my honest opinion, you can just come back. So guys, I told you that this year my goal was to go to more movie theaters, and I decided to go yet again to Cinemark Paradise 24 located at Davie, Florida. And let me start by saying that this movie theater never disappoints. So it was a little farther away from home. I took the ticket for the XD presentation on Saturday at 10:40 a.m. I was a little bit late, which is not very usual for me. I arrived to the movie theater like 15 minutes before the movie started. Yes, for me that's arriving late. Remember, I have to record the halls, the posters and things like that, and I love to have a little extra time to do so. So anyways, while I was driving, my car started doing something stupid with one of the speakers, so I have to get that fixed. But anyways, while I was driving, I had the soundtrack for Toy Story. I decided to put the sequel because there is a lot of throwback for Toy Story 2. And I have to say that I just loved it. So as soon as I arrived to the movie theater, I did saw that in the lobby they changed. They always have like on top of the doors kind of like a banner, and they switched it from Mykal, which was the one that they had the last time that I visited, and now they have Power Ballad. It will look beautiful. And as soon as I came into the doors, they have a new poster for a film about a magic trick or something. I think it's Andrew Garfield, the one on the movie. I definitely filmed it, but then I was very surprised because to my right they have the banner for Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man film. It looked amazing in person, first time that I'm seeing it. But then it was all about Toy Story. They had balloons theme with the colors of the toys. Underneath they did have the poster. On top of one of the posters they had "You Got a Friend in Me" on golden balloons. That was very beautiful. And then next to it they had the beautiful banner that it has the lily pad in the middle and then the toys coming from the background, so you can take pictures there as well. So the movie theater had a lot of things Toy Story related. I took a little second on the Merc. They had the cups. I did not saw the popcorn tin, and they were not giving away any kind of posters or anything like that. They have already the souvenirs for Supergirl, the souvenirs for Minions and Monsters, and then through the aisles they have the banner for Moana, for Masters of the Universe. They have the big poster for the Dog Stars, I think it's the name, for the next Walt Disney film. They had a lot of posters around Avengers Endgame, Supergirl. And for Supergirl, they only have the big luminic banner from Warner Brothers, which is the same one that I saw at Regal. So far, the actual banner, I have only seen it at CMX. And I'm a little bit surprised because the movie, I already got my ticket for next week. So very soon, Supergirl will be hitting theaters, and I haven't seen the stand in a lot of movie theaters just yet. But anyways, I decided not to get anything to eat. I decided to eat after I was out of the movie theater. And let me tell you, because previous Disney films, Zootopia 2, for example, I decided to enjoy them on IMAX, and I did enjoy them, but these movies itself, for me, IMAX doesn't do a big difference. So Cinemark has the XD presentation with a huge screen and great audio quality, and let me tell you that the movie looked amazing through the whole run. But anyways, it was time to head to my movie theater. It was full. There were a lot of parents taking their kids, there were a lot of families. I love the energy of seeing a film with a room full of people. And with kids, like there were scenes like kids were reacting to it. It was very beautiful to have this experience. But anyways, Toy Story, I have to be honest, I did grow up watching the first two films. I loved the first one and the sequel. When I grew up, my mom asked my parents that were living in Spain to get me a Buzz Lightyear. And I had the film on VHS in Cuba. So I do have great memories. But then when the third one premiered, I don't know if it was me just rejecting, like, why did they do a third one? I never saw it. And then when the fourth one came out, I also never saw it. The fourth installment did come out when I was already living in the US. So I never saw them. And recently, because of the channel, I was doing a series where I was watching every single Pixar film, like every single film, and I decided to saw the whole franchise, the specials included, and I loved it. I honestly loved the ending of the third one. I felt like that's a perfect ending for a perfect trilogy, and the fourth one, even though it shifts a little bit, I did enjoy the fourth one as well. Now, I do have to say I loved the fifth one. I was literally talking with co-workers the other day. We have a dad that is kind of worried with what's going on in the world, technology-wise, social media. And I love that this movie gave us a fresh perspective from the toys point of view on how technology impacts the new childhoods from the kids around the world. So what's Toy Story 5 about? So Toy Story 5 respects the events from the previous film. Woody is now rescuing toys on the outside, and then Jessie and Buzz are kind of like the people in charge from the team of toys from Bonnie. Now, the movie starts basically with something that it's introduced to us as brand new, and it is the imagination from Bonnie. And I love that the style of animation is kind of like aquarellistic style, like from paintings and things like that. And it shows how this little girl, it's kind of like imagining all the things that the toys are doing. It looked very beautiful, and Pixar Gato, which will be the next I'm sorry, had to say sorry. And Pixar Gato will be the next Pixar film. It's going to be using these for the whole film. There were a lot of trailers prior, like Gato, Hex, amazing. But anyways, they decided to introduce these to us, and I felt like that was a great 10 out of 10. The film, it looks very beautiful and very fresh yet again, and it literally starts with a group of Buzz Lightyear with like a little bit more technology-wise than the original Buzz that we all know and love. So this kind of was like, for me, like, what is the intention of this? And it's in a scene that is going to be merging into the main story. So in the main story, the toys are been trying for Bonnie to make new friends, and she's been struggling with this because she's still playing with toys. So Jessie realized that basically by going to the roofs, that literally every kid is now with a screen on their faces, and then she get to meet a group of toys that are basically abandoned because of all this new screen time. And the movie makes sure that not only kids are addicted to screen, the adults are also shown to be addicted to technology. So Jessie, which is basically this film, it's based on her story, has the main arc. We have also a great arc for Buzz, and Buzz kind of like breaking the arc where he's literally in love with Jessie. And with her having the main arc, parents are kind of like worried that Bonnie is not making any friends, so they buy her a lily pad tablet. So the lily pad arrives to the house and starts making havoc to the toys. The toys are kind of fighting the tablet at the beginning. And this is something that I love about this film. Even though the tablet is the big villain, technology is the big villain, they made it in a way that they were able to merge it and make it become a little bit better. So basically, the tablet thinks that she's doing the best for Bonnie, the toys thinks they're doing the best for Bonnie, but Jessie overall makes it all the way back. And that's literally how the movie starts. We have a flashback of the original owner that we never saw her face on Toy Story 2, and kind of like a memory from Jessie where she was kind of like in the wheel that it was hanging from the tree. And We have a lot of callbacks to Toy Story 2. Jessie ends up returning to the house where she was basically making memories with the first kid, her first aunt, Emily, and it was very beautiful done. So basically the tablet, I'm sorry, makes it to get all the toys into the garage, and you might be wondering how the movie managed to give us Woody back. So Jessie is worried about what's going on, so she calls Woody in a walkie-talkie, and then Woody makes a comeback. So for Woody, they giving us the effects that it's now a toy that it's not very well protected because he's on the wild. He's painting from his hair, it's starting to show, and we finally got the reunion from Buzz and Woody. I want to say that it was done very beautiful. Buzz is kind of trying to get married to Jessie, and then he's like, I know I cannot choose this, but you will be my man of honor if I could choose. So we have a lot of beautiful moments from this. Buzz was done very, very good in this film. The arc and when he meets with the rest of the group from Buzz. But basically, Jessie is on the mission. She tries to go to the first sleepover that Bonnie has. It doesn't go well, and then she gets misplaced into her original owner house. Now, of course, even though it's the same house, the original owner doesn't live there anymore. She goes kind of like to a tea party of abandoned toys, and then there is a pizza with sunglasses with Bad Bunny, it's the voice of, and he speaks Spanish. That was hilarious. But then basically she has to go to the main house, and she needs the help of technology. So the technology basically that's helped her is kind of like the new introduced characters. One of them, it's kind of like a piece of tech designed for kids to go to the restroom. One of them, it's the camera, and one of them is kind of like a phone GPS service. So they show us how she didn't want to get technology help, and she ended up using technology help. And then how she gets addicted to a video, not a video game, but a game that this object plays. And it gives us kind of like that merge that she ends up by thinking like, if it's my fault. But the toys are there to help her out, and they make a beautiful job to remind her that she's one of the best toys that have ever existed. But anyways, what is beautiful about this is that where the original owner of Jessie lives, this girl is kind of having the same struggle to make friends, and she still have the same passion for toys and a huge imagination. Another thing that this film does is that whenever the kids take the screens, their imagination just shuts down completely, and you can literally tell that they don't have a way to imagine anything because of how concentrated they are on this tech side. So for Bonnie, she's now having issues because she's being popular because she has a lily pad, but then the kids laugh at her because she has toys. And then the other girl is kind of struggling for kids to go to her, and then Jesse's original plan is just to make these two kids connect and to basically be able for them to play and for their imagination to go wild. We have 3 different events where the kids are playing, and they show us the imagination art from this beautiful animation that I show you. Forky is back, and he has a few lines, but it's still very funny to see him. One of the little complaints that I have is that the original toys that started the franchise are shown very little. They spend most of the film basically on the garage, on a box. But the main trio, Jessie, Woody, and Buzz, they have great story arcs. I love how it's a full circle for Jessie. I was expecting kind of for Emily to show up at some moment, but what they do to redeem this arc is that where the tree was, she basically founds a time capsule, and she realizes that Emily named her firstborn child, a little girl, Jessie, reminding her how important she was in her life. That was very beautiful. The ending was also very well done, with finally the wedding of Jessie and Buzz, and kids from the blog basically connecting with these 2 girls, having so much fun. And overall, I felt like this was a great 10 out of 10 film. I know a lot of people are saying that the film didn't need a sequel. It was perfect to leave it at the 3rd one, but I felt like they were able to update the story, and they were able to give us a brand new original story. I have to say that Lilypad was a great 10 out of 10 character. It was very well played. It had a lot of funny moments. And it goes to the point that when she realizes that she's bad for Bonnie, she even goes herself to a donation box because she wants to disappear from ever. And that's when we have the remaining arc that Jessie does realize that there are things that technology can help the kids out, and it's a moment that comes full circle. Bonnie in previous film for me was kind of like an okay character. Usually toys are the ones that take more of the responsibility to move the story forward, but in this film we do get to have the feeling of Bonnie feeling lonely and feeling different from the rest of the world and struggling to make friends, and that was really well done. There is a moment when she comes to her parents crying, and then the parents just hug her, and that's when they make the decision to get the tablet, which again they're thinking they're just making the best for their kid. But again, 10 out of 10. Cinemark never disappoints with the amount of promotional material that they have on their movie theaters. They still giving us all the movie posters, like actual movie poster on the walls, and I love that. The XD presentation is always great. They did not have an XD poster on the outside for Toy Story. They did have in the past for Zootopia 2, for example. And you have souvenirs, you have a movie that is playing now in theaters everywhere for the whole family to enjoy. It's been one of the most expensive Toy Story ever made, but I do hope that it makes a lot of money. It has all the things that you will expect from an animated movie. It has moments of love, it has moments of wow, what's going on here. It was very, and I will just call it a very emotional ride. To see this film as an adult. On the post-credit scene side of things, it has a post-credit after the initial credits, and then at the very end of the credits, I will not call it a post-credit scene, but then toys come up to do the rap that Lilliput did for them, and then Bad Bunny kind of sings as the pizza with sunglasses. So great 10 out of 10 film, great 10 out of 10 experience. I literally cannot wait to have it on physical media in the future. And now, I've been hearing a lot the soundtrack of Toy Story 2, and I think tonight my kid is asking me that I want to re-enjoy Toy Story 2. I was going to see all the Toy Stories before watching this one, but I did not have the time. So I definitely want to reconnect now with Toy Story 2, basically to have the full circle moment with Jessie. It was a great idea to have Jessie as the main character arc for this one. But anyways, guys, that was my experience and movie review for Toy Story 5. I would love to know in the comments if you guys have seen it already. What did you think about it? If you love it or if you hate it, feel free to open the discussion down below. But anyways, that will be all for today's video. Like I always say, I hope you guys are enjoying with this new content in the channel. If you are, please let me know in the comments, leave me a like, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can keep this family growing. And see you guys again soon on a new video.